My name is Cleotha Robertson. I work at Alliance Theological Seminary. I'm the professor of Old Testament. There are two campuses, one in Rockland County, New York, in Nyack, New York, and the other in New York City, Manhattan, and I work as a professor there. I've been using Accordance approximately 20 years. I used it when I was at New York University finishing up my PhD in Old Testament and Hebrew and Judaic Studies, and I've continued to use it as a professor, and also I work as a pastor, and I've used it with sermon preparation as well as heavy academic preparation for courses I teach. The fonts are excellent. They look just like the Masoretic text fonts, and so I could bring my computer in, I could hook it up to a projector. Students can see the actual Hebrew fonts. I could actually do parsing of verbs, word searches, so that they could see the multiple uses of accordance that you could do when you're searching the biblical text, both Old Testament and New Testament. I would recommend it because it would supplement as well some of the things in the classroom, the book per se, but also it allows student professors, academicians to do amazing word searches over entire biblical materials, Old and New Testament, cross-references both the Old and New Testament. You could do that without it, but it would be very, very difficult and it would be extremely time-consuming. Usually when I'm preparing for a sermon, I make sure that I look at the text in the original Greek, New Testament, Hebrew, Old Testament, and it might allow me to see something that's emphasized in the text that you could see in the original language that you might not see in the English text. And also to do a word search in a particular book. For example, if I'm preaching on the Gospel of John, how the verb for love, to love is used there, how the noun is used to love, so it would allow me to do some pretty detailed searches that I could share with my congregation in preaching and teaching. Well, a lot of the other programs, what they do is they might have secondary sources, a list of books and commentaries, and Accordance does that. But I think one of the ways in which Accordance is head and shoulders over the other programs is the biblical software, the other languages, Talmudic, rabbinic materials that the other programs that I've seen just don't even come close to.